In today's video, I'm on the Pellet Pro vertical smoker and I'm doing the burn off. Hey, this is Ricer from Dead Broke Barbecue, Wisconsin, and welcome back to the channel. But if you're new here, we try to help you enhance and amplify your backyard barbecue fun. And I have to apologize right out of the gate because the first 3.5 minutes, well, the audio isn't the greatest. Somebody has big sausage thumbs and this little piece of crap is starting to piss me off. But I'm gonna say that this vertical pellet smoker was fun to get running. I did have a big hiccup, so you're gonna wanna watch this video if you're thinking about getting one, but it also can happen to other type of pellet grills. So just squint your eyes and get through this first part of the video and we're gonna amplify some backyard barbecue fun. Today I'm doing the burn off on a Pellet Pro 2300 vertical cabinet smoker. Now the first thing you do is get out the bottom grate, then your drip pan, and then the heat deflector because we want to be able to see the pellets fall into the pot. For the burn off, I'm using some Pit Boss Whiskey Barrel Blend pellets. Now the vertical has a very nice 35-pound pellet hopper. Just go ahead and start dumping them in. Now on this part, you're probably gonna wanna grab a chair because it takes a little bit of time to feed those pellets through. So we're gonna turn the power on, and then we're gonna press feed. Now just swing open the door and we're gonna wait for the pellets to start hitting the pot. Now that the pellets in the auger have reached the pot, I'm gonna go ahead and press feed again. And now we're gonna turn it up to medium. Now I do my burn offs just a little bit different. I like to actually slow bake them compared to just going at that 350. So we're gonna run at 270 degrees for half an hour first. Now grab a can of canola oil because we're gonna start seasoning up this cooker. We'll just start spraying this off a little bit because we wanna get this a nice patina on it. And we'll spray up underneath it a little bit too, might as well. Get the walls back there a little bit. Now we'll start spraying up the sidewalls here. Get them covered up nicely. Get our heat diffuser and start spraying that up a little bit. Okay, now we're starting to get a little bit of smoke. It's starting to catch. And now we can go ahead and put our heat diffuser in. Right there. Take our drip pan, get that coated up nice because if you got a good seasoning on this, it's really easy to scrape the debris off. And then we'll set that back in here. And it holds right on a lip here and a lip right there. Now just start spraying up your grates. And we can start getting them back in. Just set this one right above this other rack for now. Don't forget to spray down the inside of the door also. Now we have a little bit of smoke coming out of the bottom, so we can go ahead and just close it up. And I'm gonna set a timer for 30 minutes and then we'll check it and raise it up to 350 degrees. All right, my 30-minute timer went off, but I gotta tell you that I actually had to stop and start over. Somehow during shipping that fan must have got bumped and it actually ended up locking up that bearing. And I noticed that I didn't hear the fan running when I started putting the shelves back in. So I actually had to just stop it, shut it off, empty out the fire pot, and then like I say, flipped it on its side, and then I just had to do the maintenance to it, and now it's running again. It's running fine. So my suggestion, the first thing once you actually plug it in, make sure you hear that fan kick in also. I mean, once you start running enough pellet grills, you know immediately when you turn it on, there is the initial fan that kicks in. And now the Pellet Pro Vertical is running awesome. I am really impressed. Now I've got it set at 270 degrees. We're running right around 270 on the top one, on the middle one, and then on the bottom we're running around 50 degrees cooler. Because I have the warming baffle in here, this circulation fan, it's not gonna help much, but I'm gonna turn it on for fun anyways. Now this actually kind of helps the whole convection of this cooker. It's gonna circulate this air and kind of keep it all tumbling throughout it. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the Pellet Pro up to 350 degrees. Now we're just gonna start hitting it. Pluses, and now I'm gonna hear that fan kick in like I want it to because it's gonna start bringing up those temps. Set a timer for another 30 minutes. My 30-minute timer went off. Now I'm gonna turn the Pellet Pro Vertical up to 400 degrees. Just hit the plus sign, get it up to 400. And now I'm gonna set a timer for 30 minutes because I really wanna make sure that I'm burning off all of the impurities from the manufacturing process. You know, like the machining oil and solvents that they do when they're making this rig. But while that timer's running, let's do a quick little walk around and talk about some of the features on the Pellet Pro vertical smoker. Now, obviously, it has a great PID controller along with a 35-pound hopper. Now we have one probe port on the bottom and one probe port on the top, and that's awesome, so you don't have to shove all your probes right through one hole. Now the Pellet Pro has 2 tie downs, and you comp guys are gonna love that because you know how important it is to make sure that your cooker is strapped down. Now this circulating fan is gonna help you maintain consistent temperatures throughout this cooker, so if you're just doing a ton of ribs, it's gonna help you maintain consistent temperature throughout this cooker. Some people say it doesn't help as much, but Brad Lucas says it works. Now it also has a vent on top if you have to go ahead and get some of the heat out of it, or if you're running at real low temperatures, this will help pull that heat straight out. These latches are a good quality and they're adjustable, so as this seal starts to wear out, you can just go ahead and tighten up them nuts and still draw that in so you're not getting any leakage. Now this side vent, there's nothing really spectacular about it, but obviously it's pulling the air from here, so you're getting that circulation, and that helps get you more of that convection type of style of cooking. Now these temp probes, I don't know how accurate they are, but I really love that we have 3 of them so you can measure. Now obviously I use my ThermoWorks signals a lot for checking the ambient temperature in my cookers, but right now I don't have 3 probes, so at least I have some other readings that I can go ahead and visually see. I don't know if we're gonna get this guy on, but we got another little buck in town. Whoa! Now this little warming cabinet slash grease catcher, I mean, you can go ahead and put your baked beans underneath here, or if you gotta heat up some sauce real quick, you can throw that right down there and it's gonna get warm. Now it's nice that I'm able to go ahead and dump out my pellets, but obviously you're kind of low to the ground. That isn't the greatest, but hey, we can still get them out. The only thing that I wish is that they had the actual receptacle on this one too, because with having that circulation fan, I have to use an extension cord or a cheater to be able to make it run. So hopefully someday they add that receptacle to the vertical also, because I'm telling you, it's a dream. And plus, you'll even have a couple USB ports and you can charge up your phone, your iPad, whatever. Now the redesigned 21 by 20 stainless steel grates are awesome. I love stainless steel. And we do have a 7.5-inch clearance, so you can easily get 2 briskets in a rack. And you can easily get 16 racks of St. Louis cut ribs in here and some pretty big pork butts. Now this double-walled 18-inch gauge steel is gonna help in the cold, but I wish it was insulated. If it was insulated, this thing could sit in a snowbank and cook. Now I'm very happy with the casters. They're high quality, and having a PID controller that can go from 160 up to 400 degrees, there's not a lot of things that you can't cook in this vertical smoker. And a lot of it, you got 10 cubic feet of cooking space. That's a lot of food. All right, I'll see you in about 25 minutes. My 30-minute timer went off, so now it's time to go ahead and shut down the Pellet Pro Vertical 2300. It's real simple, just hit the off button, and it's gonna go into a 15-minute cool down. And then after that 15 minutes, you can go ahead and unplug the power and then put it away however you want. If it's real hot still, keep your cover off it. Give it another 15-20 minutes to cool down. But let's go ahead and see how we did on our seasoning. Well, it's looking pretty good. We got a little bit of a patina color to it. We can go ahead and shut off our circulating fan. No reason to have that running anymore. And you can kind of see it spinning back there, and that's where it's at. And again, I just went ahead and turned on that circulating fan just to make sure that it was operational. But with that warming baffle in there, there's no sense to even turn on the circulation because it's just sitting there blowing up on top. Unless there's some reason you want to make sure that the air is circulating through the top of it because you got a bunch of pies in there. But I can honestly say I'm very excited to get some real food in this vertical and start cooking with it. I'm very impressed on how the temperature gauges read compared to what we set the temperature at. It was right within 20 degrees this whole entire time. Now these gauges, I'm not sure how good they are, but we'll check them when we go ahead and put in our ThermoWorks ambient temperature probe. Now if you're interested in getting a vertical smoker, check out Smoke Daddy. This Pellet Pro Vertical is pretty cool, and I'm telling you, I am very impressed with that PID controller that they're making. I also have their 1190 and that thing holds temp spectacular. Now the 1190 is awesome, but when I'm cooking for a party, it's gonna be in the vertical from now on, for sure. Hey boys, you better be hungry tomorrow because I'm thinking we're gonna be doing some beer can chicken on this cooker, maybe even 2.
Now I've told every single one of you, if you get a brand new cooker, you better go ahead and do some chicken. But I feel so confident about this Pellet Pro Vertical, I'm doing a brisket. I'm going right for the granddaddy of them all, and this thing is gonna be able to handle it, trust me. But I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Next Saturday, I can have a beer. Nah, there's nothing I can do about it. The audio sucks. But it's 3.5 minutes or so. I gotta hire like some audio technician radiologist to come and listen to this crap and fix it for me from now on. No, whatever.